So I know this is late. I just had like a lot of stuff to do, but I wanted to put out my thoughts on the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, the teaser that we got earlier this week. And a lot of people have been pointing out that in WandaVision on the calendar it does mark the date of August 23rd, which was even before the leak was scheduled that it was going to be dropping this week anyway. So more than likely they really did have this plan. And so the trailer is amazing. I really did like it. It was one of those trailers that you have to watch several times, especially after the first time, just to try and, capture everything that's been up in there. And it has a lot to unpack. It has a lot to unpack. We see Doctor Strange in his sanctum, and it's cold for some reason. Like, what's up with the jacket and everything else? Like, he's wearing a coat with the cape attached to it. Like, that's shit crazy. And on top of that, Doctor Strange comes off as a bit. I mean, I say he's a bit goofy than what we know him to be. I mean, he was sarcastic and he is kind of a fun character, even from the Doctor Strange film and all that stuff. But it just seems like he is going to be a little bit more goofy and not too serious within this film. How big of a role is he going to have throughout this film? He could just be in the beginning and then toward the middle, and then everything else is Spider-Man, and then he comes at the end or whatever. But we still don't know how big of a role he's going to have in the film. But he seems like he's gonna have some fun, as well as it shows why everything happens in there, why the whole multiverse thing happened with Peter messing up the spell that Doctor Strange is doing, and he keeps telling him like, "Shut up, you're gonna mess up the spell." But that's all here or there or whatever. But it would be crazy. Now, I looked online. I know a lot of people put this up, and I seen it's like that kind of a coincidence. They point out the fact of in WandaVision and Loki, two scenes add up within the last episodes where Scarlet Witch, well, when Wanda is becoming Scarlet Witch, how all that the time frame lines up with Kang the Conqueror when he's starting to feel the timelines drift apart and everything else. Is like kind of like the minutes and the seconds of like the episode lines up perfectly with each other. And I was thinking, like, what if that same thing happens with this movie? What if when Doctor Strange is casting a spell trying to erase everybody's memory, so that they forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, it's like, what if all three of those scenes line up, and that's what kind of like disrupts everything? And even just getting, I feel like that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if that's going to be true, but whatever. But I feel like it would be cool if that did happen. But also, one thing to put in mind, like, why didn't Peter just get a scroll, a scroll, and literally just have them be like, oh, Peter Parker is a Spider-Man, Spider-Man right there swinging around. Everybody thought about that. Like, why couldn't they just do that? But it seems like it's going to be a major thing within there. It's going to be a major thing. And I know a lot of people pointing out the sign with Peter in the back with the horns. And like, oh, it's Mephisto. It's just, come on, man. Just put Mephisto up in there so people just shut up about his appearances in WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, everything else. Just put him in the movie so people can just shut up. But also, one of the major things that people were pointing out, besides the whole thing of Dr. Octopus, which he looks great up in it. He looks great. Even when just like the few seconds that we see him in the trailer, he looks great saying, "Hello, Peter." Like that just, it's all good. It's all great. It's all just awesome. But people have been pointing out, besides the whole blatant thing that you see the hobgoblins ball drop on the ground and explode, but little split seconds where you seen something that could be, the Sandman, something that could be Electro, something that can be the Lizard, but these are all split like real quick second scenes or whatever, and possibly we might see the formation of the Sinister Six in this trailer. We don't know. But that is a huge possibility, which I think that would possibly be better served in a Spider-Man movie and the Sinister Six, where that's literally the whole thing. But even if they do show up, I don't know if it's gonna be like they're gonna be major villains, but maybe it may leak into further films because Sony did change their like Marvel picture division with Venom and everything else to like Spider-Man, like Sony Spider-Man universe. So that is possibly telling of where they're gonna go with these future films. So we may end up getting the Spider-Man and the Sinister Six movie. We never know. We're just gonna see how this movie ends and where it's gonna go from there. But those have been my thoughts on the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, and I hope you guys like my thoughts. Leave a comment of what you guys think is gonna be the future of the MCU or just the future of Spider-Man and everything else. And like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will catch you guys on the next one. So peace out.